Hello, movie lovers. Welcome to Asli Rating, where I give you a film's real score without any bore. In this review, I will be talking to you about Paul Thomas Anderson's latest masterpiece that literally lives up to its title, One Battle After Another. And trust me, this film is exactly that, one relentless battle after another that will leave you both entertained and exhausted. So grab your popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into this wild ride. One Battle After Another is Paul Thomas Anderson's boldest experiment yet. A 2-hour, 50-minute political satire that's equal parts Coen brothers chaos and classic PTA brilliance. This isn't your typical Anderson film, folks. It's scattered, it's batshit crazy, and it veers into territory that might make you question everything you thought you knew about modern American cinema. The film opens with Leonardo DiCaprio as Ghetto Pat, a bomb maker working with the revolutionary group French 75 led by the fierce Perfidia Beverly Hills, played by Teyana Taylor. What starts as a story about revolution against an autocratic government quickly spirals into a cat and a mouse game spanning 16 years, involving a demented army officer who becomes obsessed with destroying everything Pat holds dear. Here's where Anderson shows his mastery, and this might be the most important point of this entire review. There's this pivotal scene where Sean Penn's character, this demented army officer, is watching Perfidia from afar while she's holding soldiers hostage. Now, most directors would have completely objectified the woman in this moment, right? Made it all about the male gaze, the voyeuristic pleasure. But Anderson, he flips the script entirely. Even though we are seeing this scene through the eyes of a voyeur, he gives the woman all the power. She is not the object, she is the force of nature. And that, my friends, sets the entire tone of this film. It's this kind of sensitivity in handling potentially problematic material that separates great directors from good ones. The film has this irreverent tone that walks a tightrope between disrespectful and satirical. But here's Anderson's genius. While the narrative mocks everything around it, the characters themselves don't. For them, this is life and death. The comedy happens to them, not because of them. It's this balance between the macabre and the satirical that Anderson nails almost perfectly. Let's talk about the visual feast this movie serves up. Anderson doesn't just tell his story, he assaults your senses with it. There's this car chase sequence toward the climax that's shot in this motion sickness inducing style through the winding roads of the American Midwest. It's disorienting, it's nauseating, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's like Anderson took the intensity of Mad Max and filtered it through his own unique lens. This sequence alone is worth the price of admission and perfectly captures the film's relentless energy. Talking about performances, Teyana Taylor as Perfidia Beverly Hills. This woman grabs you by the collar from minute one. Her portrayal of this crazy revolutionary is off the charts. She's unhinged, she's fearless, and she's immensely fun to watch. Taylor brings this raw, untamed energy to Perfidia that makes every scene she's in crackle with electricity. She's not just playing a revolutionary, she's embodying the very spirit of rebellion itself. Her no hoots barred approach to this character is exactly what this film needed, and she delivers it in spades. And then Sean Penn takes over, and wow, what a transformation. As Captain Stephen Lockjaw, Penn is an unrecognizable as he is utterly despicable. This isn't just another villain performance. This is Penn diving headfirst into the psyche of a racist, voyeuristic army officer who sees people not as humans but as means to an end. He doesn't just capture Lockjaw's mannerisms, he captures his demented psychology. You can see the calculation behind his eyes, the way he processes the world through his twisted worldview. What makes this performance particularly brilliant is how Penn manages to make Lockjaw both terrifying and pathetic simultaneously. He is a monster, yes, but he is also a small petty man whose power comes from the system he represents rather than any inherent strength. Let's talk about Chase Infinity as Charlene, who plays Pat's daughter. This is what you call a star-making performance, folks. Here's a relatively unknown actor going toe-to-toe with seasoned veterans like DiCaprio and Penn, and not only holding her own, but becoming the film's emotional backbone. You feel every ounce of Charlene's anxiety, her fear, her confusion about the world she's been thrown into. That's an actor's biggest win right there. making the audience feel what the character feels. Now let's talk about the most challenging performance in this film, Leonardo DiCaprio as Ghetto Pat. This might be Leo's most difficult role yet, and here's why. He is the hero while not being heroic. Pat is a washed out alcoholic who's nobody's savior. He is not your typical protagonist who rises to the occasion. He is a broken man trying to survive. DiCaprio had to anchor this entire film while letting the more flamboyant characters outshine him. That's incredibly difficult for an actor of his caliber. But give him an inch and Leo reminds you exactly why he is one of the finest actors of his generation. He beautifully anchors the film, keeping you invested in his journey even when he is making questionable decisions. A pitiable and sorry hero is one of the toughest things to make likable, but DiCaprio pulls it off brilliantly. Just like he did in The Departed and Don't Look Up, Leo excels at playing characters who are fundamentally flawed but still manage to earn our empathy and our applause. One battle after another is truly special. Beneath all the funs and games, this is political cinema to its core. Anderson isn't just making a movie, he is making a statement about modern America. The film takes aim at racists, spoofs immigrant detention camps, shows us a government run by anti-immigration extremists, and tackles subjects like abortion and racial purity. These aren't just background elements, they are integral to the story Anderson is telling. But here's where the film shows real courage. Despite being clearly political, it has the guts to mock anarchy and violent revolutionary tactics as well. Yes, the film takes a clear stand on where it stands morally, but nobody is spared across party and ideological lines. It's equal opportunity satire at its finest. So, is one battle after another worth your time? Absolutely. It's messy, it's chaotic, it's nearly 3 hours long, but it's also brilliant, provocative, and features some of the best performances you will see this year. Paul Thomas Anderson has crafted a film that's both a mirror to our current political climate and a timeless story about power, corruption, and survival. It's not an easy watch, but the best films rarely are. I will give One Battle After Another a 4-star rating out of 5. You must watch this cinematic brilliance in a theater for sure. What did you think of One Battle After Another? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real reviews. Until next time, keep watching great cinema, and for great cinema, stay connected to Asli Rating, where I give you a film's real score without any bore.